Hello, people. Hi. This is Ophelia, and I'm just checking in. Don't want to get too comfortable, so I'm not going to pretend that I have a holiday and I shouldn't come in and do a little talk. I trust that you had a great weekend. Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate Christmas. I hope you had a great Christmas and a great Boxing Day. As for me, mine was good, quiet, but you know what you expect for Christmas. And my Boxing Day was quiet. I just stayed in and I did some writing and spent time with my daughter and chatted a little with a few friends. That was my weekend, and I was very content with it. Hi, Simone Descent. How are you? Good morning. And the name is Ophelia, please. Thank you. But Mrs. Tybell, call me Ophelia. No Mrs., no formality here. We are all friends, so. Hi, Angus, Barbara. Skylar Lynn, how are you doing? How was your season? Nolan Wilkinson? How are you doing? Bring them on camera. Yes, Simone. Leroy Patterson, Real, Johns Madrid, Ash Brown. I still need to see who the face is because I really don't know who you are. I don't normally add people without a face, but I just like your post and it kind of resonates with me, and that's the reason why I added you. But you seem to know me, so it'd be good to, show your picture so that people know who you are. Dean Ramkinsoon. Sherry and Mile, that's my relative. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Hi, Simone again. It's good to see you too. Bona Pinder, the one that makes me laugh sometimes. How are you doing? Randy Walters. And yes, there's always a smile. That's just, you just have to smile. Present your best self and smile. You have life, you have everything. So, life, you have everything. With life, there's hope. So smile. Hi, Philip, Nikki, how you doing? Hi, Ingrid, husband, how are you doing? Good morning, Ingrid. Yes, Ash Brown. So this morning, I thought I'll just chat a little. I give it a topic, mental, tolerate discomfort for a greater cause. And what we're basically discussing here is mental strength, because, life doesn't always go the way how we want it to. And in the moments when it's not going the way we want, there is this tendency for us to become overwhelmed and we just want to run away from what's happening. But my challenge for you today is not to run away from your problems, but to tolerate the discomfort that they bring and look at the bigger picture. And I have, let me bear with me here. So there was a quote that I put here just because I wanted to bring this quote to you. Right, acting tough is about surviving, while being strong is about thriving. So, it's not about acting tough, but it's about being strong in those moments when all you just want to do is run away and hide. When all you just want to do is do nothing. When you don't even want to come out of bed in the morning because you're in pain. I'm challenging you today not to run away from your problems, but to face them head on. You put yourself in financial difficulty. The only hope for you to get out is to face that problem, okay, Dexter Richards, that's okay. You can always listen later. It's good for you to check in. I respect that. If you're on the job, please. Just do your job, and you can always listen afterwards. Have a great day, Dexter. Hi, Dale Phillips. Hi, Shaki. How? Yes, so you're practicing to tolerate discomfort for a greater cause. Because it's been said that discomfort can lead us to look for unhealthy shortcuts. So rather than deal with the problem, we reach for something that provides immediate emotional relief. And I want you to reflect on, an instance or instances in your life when you had an emotional discomfort, a problem, and instead of dealing with it, you did something that later caused you more problems than if you had stick with your problem and deal with it. It goes to many aspects of our lives. You might be in a job and you might be very uncomfortable in the workplace, but does it mean that you should just quit your job and stay home? No. Despite the discomfort in the workplace, you have to bear it out. You may have tried to address it or to make complaint to the boss, the manager, and nothing was resolved. You don't look for a shortcut and say, okay, I'm going to quit. Before you decide to quit, you need to start planning. How am I going to go forward? Don't just say, okay, I'm going to quit. You might be in a relationship and you're having problems. Your partner is unfaithful. And instead of dealing with the problem, you become vengeful and you say, okay, well, he or she is unfaithful, so I am going to do the same thing. Instead of doing that, you work on your issues. You look at the problem and you face it head on, because when you include another party in the mix, it becomes even more complicated. So what I'm trying here to get you to understand here is that discomfort, it will tempt you to look for unhealthy shortcuts. Rather than deal with your problems, you reach for a shortcut, but because it provides emotional relief. So you quitting your job, it's taking you away from the unhealthy workplace. But do you have something else to do? In the meantime, you choosing to be unfaithful to your partner because they're unfaithful. It brings a temporary relief because you get some satisfaction out of doing them back what they did to you. But in the end, if you weren't serious about it, if you still love this person that you cheated on, this act that you did, it would have caused temporary emotional comfort, but in the end, it's worse for you. This is applicable in any area of your life. You're out of a job and somebody wants to give you a job, but before they can give you the job, they want to sleep with you. This provides a temporary relief. But in the end, is it worth it to sell your body for a job when you can do the proper thing and just apply or even start your own business? So these are just examples. Because in the end, no matter what situation you are going through, there is always a better tomorrow. But you have to be willing to tolerate the discomfort now for what is to come later. And I'm not saying this because I can say it. I'm saying this because this is something that I've learned in my 3 years of difficulty. 3 years when I felt so hopeless because I couldn't get a job and everything that I tried was not breaking. And there were temptations. And it's not like I was tempted, but there were temptations. I could remember moving from apartment to apartment. And in the last apartment before I moved to this one person actually offered me to stay in their place rent free. And then he was hinting at the fact that I must be with him. So, but I was willing to tolerate discomfort. I was willing to spend what savings I have to pay for my rent rather than get involved with someone just because of a free house, a free rent free. So you know, and then not sacrificing your standards, not go. Just because I'm out of a job doesn't mean that, you know, I should go and sleep with someone because they can offer me a job. So you're willing to tolerate temporary discomforts, knowing that they can lead to complications. They can lead to complications, so you tolerate them. You might be in a situation where you're not getting the promotion that you need, but it doesn't mean that you should start you know, carrying news to the employer, or sacrificing your integrity just to get that promotion. Tolerate the discomfort, and I mean, these are realities. There is no free lunch. You don't Exactly, Leslie Pitt. So that's my challenge for you today. And for those who might be feeling overwhelmed, because we're coming to the end of the year, and there are some people, they every year they make resolutions, wishes that they would like to see for the new year, but they don't go through with them. They don't put things in place. They don't do any of that. But I'm saying to you that the time to start making resolutions is not at the end of the year. You make them every day. You make the resolution to do better, and you take actions to do what you wish or want for yourself. You take actions to do them. And anything that you want to achieve in your life starts by simple baby steps. And I think it's crucial that we get this, because before I took the journey down this path to come to you, I reflected on what I wanted my life to be like, and and without changing the essence of who I am, without running away from my past and my stories. And I said to myself that I'm going to do little things each day. It's often a hard journey, especially when you would have developed bad habits, and now you're trying to change your life, so you have to start changing these negative habits, but at the same time maintaining your uniqueness so that you don't come across as false, you know. So and it's good to reflect now. Don't wait until the end of the year. It's something that we should make a habit to do each and every day. Reflect on how we've been, and the areas that we are not satisfied with. Then we make the effort to change them. And you know, we talk about wanting to be happy. We talk about wanting things, but the only how we can get these things is by making progress in our lives. If you're in a relationship and it's stagnant, are you happy in it? If you are in a job and you're stagnant, are you happy in it? The only happiness comes from progress, because when you're progressing, you're basically being rewarded for your efforts. Progress is a sign that you're rewarded for your efforts. So in everything that you do, don't just say, okay, I want this for myself. You know, just take action. Take actions. How can I get this for myself? How can I change whatever habit that I need to change? Let me see who is here. Leslie Pitt. Yes, Marvin. Hi, how are you doing? Leslie Pitt, following the 7 habits is the way forward. You are on the right path, young lady. Thank you, Leslie Pitt. Marvin, your blessings. Hi, Buckhanaway, how you doing? Season greetings to you as well. Hi, Julian, and all the others, daily ranks. How are you doing? So, if you are feeling overwhelmed right now because things are not going the way how you want them in this moment, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed, right? If you're feeling overwhelmed now because things are not going the way you want, the key is to calm down. Is to take some time to calm down and realize that to grow, you must suffer. You know, to grow, you must tolerate discomfort. Is to calm down and to say, and to start implementing some sort of discipline and consistency in your life. Don't get too overwhelmed. Yes, you might feel overwhelmed for a while, but take time to calm down and realize that this moment is all that you have. This is the moment that you have. So you even with the, you know, you don't want to go through this. You don't want to experience the pain, but you are, you know, and the sooner you accept it, the better for you. So you have a situation to deal with, but you cannot spend all of your time being overwhelmed. So find a way to calm down. You know, you can do this through meditation, through prayer, through talking to someone who you trust, someone to just listen to you without forming judgments, but find a way to calm down. And when you calm down, then you start seeing things clearer. I keep referring to one experience that I had when I started at Walden University. In the first place, sometimes you don't even know what you're capable of until you try. And when I started, I remember the first course was English composition, but it was an online course and I didn't feel as if I was ready for this, yet I had applied. But when the day came for me to enter the online classroom, when I went in and I started to look around, I became so overwhelmed to the point where I contacted the professor and I said, hey, I don't feel as if this is for me. I feel as if I am in the wrong place because I was really overwhelmed. And he said to me, calm down. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself a chance. You know, and sometimes we're faced with situations that we feel is more than we are capable of dealing with. And so instead of sticking and dealing and tolerating the discomfort, we run away. But it's always good to have somebody to, you know, to have our back, to encourage us when we are going through these difficult times. Because you're feeling overwhelmed. What you need is somebody who is removed from the situation to see things the way from a rational perspective, who can keep you grounded. And this is where positive people come in. When you're on the path to self-discovery and make it and progress in your life, you need people who are going to be there, not financially but physically, and to support you and to help you keep grounded when you're tempted to run away. Hi, Steen. Great encouragement. There are people that need to hear this. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you to Steen Thomas. What else can I say? So I did say discipline and consistency, and it's so important for you to develop some discipline, because if you start something and you become overwhelmed with it, if you don't have discipline, you will quit. If you're not consistent, you will lose interest and you will quit. And that is why I come to you on a consistent basis. I don't stay away for too long, because if I stay away for too long, I will quit doing what is in my heart to do. So consistency in any area of your life is important. Consistency in communication, in relationships is important. Consistency in the effort that you put out in the workplace is important. Consistency in behavior, in how you treat others, in how you act is important, because if you're not consistent in your actions, it doesn't mean that sometimes you might not stray, but if you're not generally consistent, people will not trust you. So consistency is key, and discipline, not being tugged here and there and everywhere, but having the discipline that on the days when you don't feel like doing it, that you go through the motions even when you don't feel like doing it. Even when you don't feel like speaking to your partner, you still do it because you're disciplined. You realize that if you don't do it, that you're gonna lose connection with that person and lose the very thing that is important to you. Hi, Leslie. Man Searching for Meaning is a good road to follow up on. You live connection today. Write your life connection today. We are always searching for meaning. We are always searching for meaning, and and it's a sign that we are living, because as long as you're living, you ought to be curious. You ought to be searching. You ought to be looking for ways to raise your standard. And and another thing I want to leave with you is that if you are unhappy, if you are looking for happiness in others, you need to start to refocus. It's important that you find things that make you happy, that is not dependent on other people. Because when people disappoint you, what do you have to fall back on? It's important that you don't lose yourself in your job. You don't lose yourself in your relationships, that you save a part of yourself for the things you love and you enjoy doing. Those things that when you're feeling out of sorts, that you can turn to and you can feel happy. It's important that you do that. Too many times we rely on other people to make us happy, and when something happens, we're devastated because we gave up everything that made us happy when we meet that person, and then they'll leave, and then we're left feeling as if we have nothing, because we gave up everything that we love to focus all of our energy on that one person. So it's important that you have a life that is independent of whoever you are with, so that you can have a source of happiness that doesn't come from within a relation. It's important that you do that. For your own health and mental strength, it's important that you have things that you love to do. It's important. Don't go into a new year focusing all of your energy on a relationship, because our job. Find things, a source of happiness that is outside of the people that you have around you. Yes, they contribute to your happiness, but you want to be able to do things as well that make you happy. It's healthier that way. It's more effective, because when you're happy, then you can contribute to the happiness of others. Have a blessed day. It's nice hearing you, Sam. Thanks, Leslie. Thank you, Nolly Williams. Hi there, Deli Ranks. The world needs to hear your beautiful, conscious voice. Thank you. And that's my, my encouragement also in everything that you do. Aspire to make a difference. You don't have to do the world in your own little corner, because you're looking at the world and you're looking at all the bad things that are happening, and you might feel hopeless as if your little actions do not count. But my challenge to us is to aspire to make a difference in your own little way. It's what you don't have to do the big bang. You don't have $1 million to donate. It doesn't matter. Whatever little actions that you can do, aspire to make a difference. Because what I'm doing here, I love writing, I'm doing my stuff, but my main goal is to make a difference. When I write my books, I'm not just writing my books because I want to make money. If you notice, when I sell them, I don't sell them for this overpriced water, because at the same time, I want to get a message out there. I am aspiring to make a difference. And, another thing I want to remind you to do is to be your unique self. You will look at other people and you will admire them. You will admire the way they do things. But in all of that, you maintain your uniqueness. Don't hide that inner passion, your emotions, and pretend that they're not there. Express yourself from your heart and be genuine. Don't pretend to be someone else you're not. Be genuine about who you are, the essence of who you are. Bring that out in your communications with others. Live it. Try to be it every day. Just bring that out. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not, because under difficult circumstances, and everything bursts, and people gonna realize exactly who you are. Yes, some people might say, oh, you're pretending, but they don't. When you look at yourself, you have to know, it's not what other people think you're doing, because I might be talking to you here and there might be people who are saying, okay, I'm pretending, but one of the things I endeavor to do is to be real. And when I speak from my experience, and I speak from my heart, and I speak with the genuine love for people. It doesn't mean that I'm always going to be perfect, but speak from the heart, speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. It's your truth. People could only judge, but they don't know your truth. You're the one who know it. Don't run away from your past, but face your past. Use your experience to change your life and to change the lives of other people. Don't hide it. That's the essence of who you are, your past experiences. All right. Hello, good morning, Kenrick, Fortune. Well, it's goodbye from me in Coldham, England. Have a great day and all the very best for 2018 to you and your family. And stay forever young. May God bless you. Thank you, Leslie. And the same return to you. I endeavor, God's willing, to have a live video maybe on all years. So to wish everybody a happy new year. But I am going to say that, your new year will not change. Don't expect that things will change for you unless you change them. You have to make the effort to change. And it's not the big things. It's the small baby steps, the discipline, the willingness to tolerate discomfort now, so that later on you will reap your rewards. Don't take no shortcuts in your job. Don't take shortcuts. Do what you need to do, even if you don't feel like doing it. It's necessary. Do what you need to do. Tolerate the discomfort now, so that later your rewards will be greater. Don't run away. If you're not making enough money and you feel you're broke and you're tempted to steal, don't steal. Tolerate the lack of now. Because is it worth it to go to prison for stealing? Is it worth it? So tolerate whatever discomfort you're feeling now. Don't go rob, don't go steal, don't go killing somebody else, don't go destroying, don't go doing anything that you later regret, and that's going to have implications, serious implications. So you tolerate your discomfort now. For 3 years, I was willing to tolerate my discomforts, and come January, God's willing, before the end of January, hopefully I will be out of here and into a new job. I just want to let you know that I'll be out of here and into a new job, God's willing, as long as everything goes to fine, because I was willing to tolerate discomfort. I was determined to hold my standards. I was just willing to try to make the effort. I was willing to do what I'm doing without any return, without gaining any income. I was willing to expose my true feelings and share my painful experiences with others, even when I didn't feel like doing it, even when I felt as if people will judge me because of some of what I say because of my experiences. I was willing to tolerate discomfort. It's worth it in the end. You get your reward. So be willing to tolerate your discomforts now. Don't run away from them. Don't run away from your discomforts, whatever they are. You're in an organization where you're feeling as if they're spiting you. You tolerate your discomfort until the moment is right when you either leave or things change. You know, be willing. Don't run away from anything. Face your issues head on. I'm sweating. The place is very hot. But face your issues head on. Don't run away from your discomforts. Remember, discomfort can lead us to look for unhealthy shortcuts. Rather than deal with the problem, we reach for something that provides immediate emotional relief. That's what discomfort does. But in the end, remember to look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. The rewards are great, and remember to encourage others along the way. Don't be selfish, aspire to make a difference. Raise your standards, it's raising your standards each day and making progress, even if it's just mini progress in whatever area of your life you need a progress. Work, relationship, career, whatever area of your life, simple little steps. And hi Roberto, wish you all the best. What is God's name? God bless and continue to do what you're doing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Roberto. Hi Clem Thomas, how you doing? Brenton Smith, how are you? Omar Gordon King, how are you doing? Folks, I am getting out of here. I just wanna tell you that in order to grow, you must suffer. That's a fact of life. You must suffer. And then there are days when you will not feel like doing it. That you feel like you're just going through the motions. But go through them anyway. Go through the motions. Whatever it is, go through it. Force yourself to go through it. Don't look for any immediate, temporary relief that is unhealthy. Go through it and look at the bigger picture. Keep the vision, your vision of what you want to create, and let that be your motivation to get up every day and take those baby steps forward. That's my message for you today. And if by any chance I don't come on again before the new year begins, God's willing, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, successful, prosperous, and remember that you have to make the move. Things will never change unless you change. So you have to change and you have to make the effort. All right? Have a great day and a great remainder of the week. Until then, bye. I'm Ophelia. Take care. Bye.